Justajolt here, and we are all ready to go live and do some stuff with the ARL, as promised. If you haven't already seen the poll, then you need to go to Facebook. If you go and have a look at my Justajolt Facebook page, you will see that people voted. Roughly 70 people out of 100 people voted to see the ARL die by IMR as opposed to Hacksaw. So that's what we're going to do today. We're going to be making this video and it's going to be absolutely fantastic. Same as last time. If you haven't seen the last time I did this, what I did was I basically made a video during the live stream. Now, my camera today looks a little bit grainier than it did last time. Is that the case? I remember that last time it looked much smoother. I don't know. Who knows? Who knows? We'll get it sorted anyway. Right, let's just see who's here. Demo the man. Boy, am I early. Great to see you here, Demo. I assume Jolt was moving so fast it looked like freeze frames. Absolutely. It always looks like freeze frames. Is it really that bad? Hi, wait, why did I click again? I have no idea, but I'm glad you did. Pew, floopers, doopers. Great to see you here. What time is it in England land? In England land, it is 21:20. That's 20 minutes past 9, which is at night, which I thought might be a better time to do this. And basically, I haven't done it earlier in the week because the little Jolters have been unwell this week. They've been unwell. Jolt at number 1's been particularly unwell. Jolt at number 2 has kind of got what Jolt at number 1's had. So sleep hasn't really been something that's happening. Let's have a little look at what else is going on. Love your vids. Thanks very much, Rusty Chapek. What is up, meh dudes? I guess my beautifully made roof is up. Do you want to see it? Isn't that a fantastically made roof? Look at that. It is up. It is definitely up. Yo Minamanaz and Jack Spy 11. Man, that was said terribly. Let me just say that again. Me name's Jack Spy 11. Narf 99. Hi, Simon Davanzo. We voted to see you burn down your shed. I don't remember doing that. Do you think I should vote on that? I don't think I would do that. I wouldn't. I'm not going to. I spent way too much time on this and it is gorgeous. Just look at the build quality. To be fair, I may just end up burning down my shed by accident today. I've just noticed something. There's like a weird flux capacitor shape down here by my neck because of all this kind of light. I don't remember my camera being like this last time. I kind of feel like my camera this time is grainier than it was last time. That's interesting. Right. So, great to see you. Burn it down. Where's Mr. T-Rex guy? He is right over there. I don't know if you can see his head. You can't quite make out. Yeah, you can't quite make out his head from there. We're going to be going over there in just a second. What's up? Did you hear about the maybe real Nerf Icon series, which will bring back Nerf iconic guns like the Stampede or the Maverick? Well, they've already started doing that with the Strong Arm, so it wouldn't surprise me. Hi, Beamy Boy. I thought I'd stop by while I finish up my 6-round Kronos mod. How about those X-shot blasters? Are you a little bit excited about the X-shot blasters? Those new ones, like 6-shot rifle and 6-shot pistol, absolutely phenomenal. Will we be getting them in England? I hope so. The Epic Yoshi 99. Hello, how's it going? It's going really well. Really happy to be doing this. Where is Tang and the Pirate Fairy? I'm afraid the Pirate Fairy has been having a rough time. I'll go and get him for you. I can't actually find the rest of the Pirate Fairy. Where's he gone? Oh my goodness. To be honest with you, for the longest time, this is all I could find of the Pirate Fairy. That's all I could find of him. And then in the house the other day, I also found his hat. I actually found his hat attached to his head. The little Jolt at number 1 asked me to juggle with him. So I did. It fell down and then his hat fell off. So this is all I've got of him right now. I'm sorry about that. I'll let you know when he gets back. When I get him back. Oh, actually, Tang's right there. Tang's right there. There he is. There's Tang. Say hi to Tang. Say hi to Tang if you're in the chat. Hey, there we go. X-shot is doo-doo. I'm not convinced. I'm not convinced. I really like kind of the Reflex 6. It is a phenomenal blaster. I use it a lot as a loner blaster, so it's absolutely brilliant. You're the first YouTuber that says my name right. I'm happy about that. Cool. Hi, Justajolt. Hi, Joshua's Explosive Toy Reviews. And yet he still has 2 deploys on the shelf. I've got more than that. There are like 3 over there. 1, 2, 3 deploys and a Battle Scout. I don't know if you can count them. 3 deploys and a Battle Scout. Kind of like, I'd say that makes 4 deploy style blasters. The time to watch afternoon is perfect for me to watch live streams. Bruh, indeed. F in the chat. Hi. I'm sick, but seeing this stream made me so happy. I'm glad, Keegan Glover. I do try. This should either come with like a medical, I don't know, a medical, what's the word? warning or a medical benefits message, maybe a bit of both depending on how you are. Hi Tang, lots of highs for Tang. Tang is absolutely loving it in the background there. Didn't know you do live streams, Beamy boy. I didn't either, but I tried it last week. I tried making a live stream whilst I was recording a video, and it was so much fun I just thought I'd do it again. Hi to Tang. Next shot, X shot is awesome. I'm saying hi to a chimp and Tang as well. Actually, I don't know where he is. Tang's actually got a child now. He was given little Valentine by. Who is it who sent me little Valentine? It was one of. Oh, who was it? Anyway, you should go and check out littlevalentine.com. Little Valentine is a toy retailer, and they sent me that as a gift, and it's Tang's adopted child now. Right, so what's your favorite non-Nerf gun? My favorite non-Nerf gun has got to be, let's have a think. My favorite non-Nerf gun is probably actually the Reflex 6, to be fair, or the X-Shot Turbo Advance. Quite a big fan of that, but the Reflex 6 is phenomenal. I'm also a big fan of my little crossbow. Where's it gone? Where's my cross? There it is. I showed off this last time, guys. This crossbow is absolutely phenomenal. You can literally, it's such a trolley blaster. If you manage to tag someone with this, it's brilliant. I'll just show you how it works. AccuStrike slug darts, and this is just so ridiculous. If you manage to tag someone with that, then you have just achieved so much. It is absolutely brilliant. Right then, so happy early Easter, absolutely. X-Shot and Nerf definitely have their places. Yep, they both do, as do all of the as do all of the aftermarket blasters which are coming out now. They're absolutely phenomenal. I want your storage stock back. Oh man. To be honest, the storage stock is now dismantled, and you probably noticed that the storage stock, what's in the stock bit, looks exactly the same in every video. That's because it pretty much is the same clip. So anyway, I might just make another storage stock, maybe out of wheelie bins or something. Hello, Laguna Fortnite. Hi, Nerf or X-Shot. At the moment, I would say I'm a big fan of the Artemis, as you can probably see over here. There you go, big fan of the Artemis. So I would say Nerf for the sake of the Artemis, but X-Shot as a loner blaster is absolutely phenomenal. Like I said, the Reflex 6s are so cheap, and they actually punch harder than stock Nerf blasters as well. They're brilliant. Both, how much money have you spent on Nerf guns? I hate to think. I've got absolutely no idea, but I kind of... I don't know, I kind of console myself in the fact that I have so much fun with them, and also that other people have so much fun with them too, because like I say, I run a lot of Nerf wars, so, you know, it's cool. It's cool. Happy Easter, everyone. What do you think out furries? Ferns, what do you think about furries? What are furries? You need to help me out with that. What are furries? Is that like a new line of toy? Is that like Furbies, except furries? I don't know. Hello, Justajolt. Hello, McCree. Just painted my Artemis. I'd love to see a picture of that. If you send me a picture through, and then maybe I can post it up on my Facebook, that'd be absolutely phenomenal. I took a Tech 3 to a rival blaster war a couple of months ago and got a tag with it and made some people salty. Seriously, if you tag someone with a blaster that's like that, it is so worth it. I like a Grim Up Nerf last time, a Grim Up Nerf last Saturday. I actually took along, I'll just go and get them. There we go. I actually took along all of these guys, and I was getting tagged with them, tagging someone with a llama. And let's bear in mind that all of these blasters are sub Jolt par blasters. They are not as good as the Nerf Jolt in terms of their range, in terms of their power, in terms of their anything. I actually want to get inside one at some point and do something to it. But tagging someone with a llama is absolutely brilliant. What do you think, llama? Llama! So even the llama thinks it's great. This is such a cool blaster just because I could do that with it. This is going to be a new character along with Tang Mr. T-Rex. We've got the little llama as well. It's brilliant. I was thinking about this guy too because he just looks a little bit kind of angry. You just kind of have him say or something, but I don't know. I'm still working on that. Anywho, I think it's about time we got started. Now, just so you know what we're going to be doing today, already at Grim Up Nerf, I took the IRL and I tried it out with 2 IMRs. We skipped the whole stock bit and we tried it out straight away with 2 IMRs. And to be honest, it wasn't very impressive. I'll just go and grab it over here. Take all the IMRs out. There we go. I've tried this, like I say, with 2 IMRs, and it wasn't actually all that good, to be fair. Yeah, and the reason, obviously, apart from the fact that it's probably just a strife, it's a strife with a really long barrel, which means the darts are bouncing around all over the place when it comes out. So I would say we've got substandard performance stock from this blaster. However, that's not why people are buying this blaster. People are obviously buying this blaster because it's Fortnite. Obviously, there's a Fortnite tax to go along with that. It's much more expensive than just buying a Strife. You can probably pick a Strife up for about like a £5 or something now in the UK on Gumtree or something, or even in the stores for like under £20. I don't know how much that is in dollars. I haven't got, you know, I was thinking about trying to get this going with OBS today. Then I could have actually gone online and found out. If anyone finds out how much $20 is, then £20 in dollars, that's fine. Right, but yeah, obviously, you know, you're paying the Fortnite tax. By the way, who was it who asked me? It was someone asked me if they could buy this from me once I finished destroying the blaster, and yes, you can. It was, who was it? It was Spectre N-7. Spectre N-7, if you're watching this, or if anyone knows Spectre N-7, then, you know, let him know that yes, he can buy this off me once he's finished with it. This is actually pretty cool because it's pretty useful for just kind of like putting the blaster down so you can stand it on things. So that's pretty good. You can see my eye through it. Which is pretty cool. Anyhow, so yeah, substandard. So 2 IMRs, not great. 3 IMRs, a marginal performance, but still not great. I found it relatively easy-ish to get to inside the blaster, but nevertheless, little dart flip falling out of there. I would still have loved this jam door to be a little bit larger because it's a little bit tough to get to. One thing I can see myself doing with this blaster eventually, possibly, one thing I'd recommend doing is actually cutting out all of this area here and then getting easy access, probably through either side, come to think of it, through either side to top up your mag as you're playing. That's something that I might consider doing with this blaster because, anyway, that's just the kind of thing I like doing. So that is my thoughts on the blaster as it stands, and that's what's already happened at Broke Nerf. So we've already tried it with 2 IMRs, and 3 IMRs obviously haven't burnt out. That's all going to be edited into the start of the video. We also did a big community unboxing where the Broke Nerf community all helped to unbox this at once and all gave their opinions on it, which is also going to go in the video. Probably the opinions are going to go what's in the stock, and then after that in the video is going to appear me destroying the heck out of this blaster, which is basically going to consist of me adding IMRs to this. We're going to go 4 IMRs next, and we're going to run it until we trip in the thermistors, and then we're going to go from there, probably go and rip the thermistors out and then try and burn the motors. So if you're up for doing this, if you're ready for this, give me some feedback in the comments, and I'm going to go and take this over there. Then I'm going to carry this over to there too. Let's try and catch up with some of these comments. So we've got Connor, you schmuck. Stripes are about $35 here. That's unreal. Right, you dare oppose me, mortal. Don't you? This conversation is absolutely brilliant. I've actually rigged this up today. So last time I couldn't move this, but today I can move this. And the reason is that I've got my little, there we go. I've actually, on purpose, got that. I've also got my long kind of Ethernet cable here as well. So I can actually carry my laptop over to here, over to this part of the shonky shed. There we go. We're going to plop this just there. We're going to put it on top of this stand here. I don't know if you can see that. That's a little bit of leftover insulation right there, because we do things properly in Jolt land. And this can stand right here so that you guys get a really good view of what's going on whilst I'm making the video. So you get a good view of all this. There's my soldering iron. And if you just give me a couple of seconds, I'm going to keep talking, but I'm going to plug this in. There we go. Just bringing the extension cable over here. Extension cable's coming over. We are making some weird noises. There we go. That noise was just the plug, which I had to disconnect to move the extension cable. And let's move this there. There you go. And we're going to plug in the extension cable right there. Going to plug this into that. Also going to plug in our spare battery charger, because the most annoying thing when you're filming is when you run out of battery. That is just the worst ever because it completely breaks your flow. But I've got 2 batteries now, just to make certain. And I've also got my kind of chargy spare kind of camera, which is just there charging for me as well. What else do we need? We also need to get this ready to get plugged in. This is a cheap little soldering iron I've got that I use for all my soldering. There we go. Plug that in as well. The singing helps, guys. The singing helps. Actually, we're going to unplug this till we're ready for it. I am anticipating having to do a little bit of rewiring in order to completely kind of take the thermistors out and get these motors smoking. That's what I'm anticipating. Look at some more of these comments. This won't end well. Halo, Electro Halo 8. This shed is probably incredibly flammable. I am not using a heat-proof mat today because my table is, I don't really care about the table that much. So yes, this could end really, really badly. This, by the way, is not going to be a good example of how to do things. This is just the way I'm doing things for the sake of speed and stuff. Don't get me wrong. I'm not gonna stick it up my nose or anything, but I'm not, you know, it's if you're looking for a safety guide, then go somewhere else. And I would say that if you are triggered by bad, dodgy wiring, then this is not the stream for you. That's your trigger warning. That's your trigger warning. That's what I meant about the stand. The stand's very, very cool. I can see why Spectre N-7 wants it. Really, really good for displaying your blasters. Okay, so I think it's about time that I got started making a video. Yep, let's get this going on. Let's get myself a camera. This is the Firefly 8 SE, which I've been using for like all of my videos. It is a phenomenal little camera. I actually saw it. I either saw it on Bristol Blast's channel. If you haven't seen Bristol Blast, by the way, he does some absolutely amazing footage, and you need to go and see it. So it's absolutely brilliant. Chubby Bunny Challenge. Yeah, I know, right? Seriously. What's really, really interesting is that pink, the old pink and orange kind of elite darts, not the elite darts, the streamline darts, they tasted kind of neutral, but the newer ones, the blue ones, tasted saltier. That's interesting. You might want to look into that. Okay, so let's just kind of dump this down there, and now I've got to kind of think how to start the video off, and that's the thing. Most of my videos are just kind of a bit spontaneous, and so really, really good. Yeet animation, can you shout me out? Maybe I might do. I think you should hacksaw it after killing it with IMRs. To be fair, Nicholas, I might just do that. Please call Charlie Cavender a schmuck. I was thinking about this the other day, actually, because I speak two languages, because I speak German as well. I notice quite a lot that when I hear some words, I notice kind of the Germanic origins. You know what schmuck means in German? Schmuck. You know what schmuck actually means? If you know what schmuck means in German, without looking it up, comment down below if you know what it means. Or comment down below. Are you at this side? I don't know which side which side of the comments actually coming up on your screen. Is it this side? Is it on side 1 or side 2? Side 1 or side 2? It's not smoke. Side 1 or side 2? Which one is it? I'm just trying to work out where to point. It's to the right. I don't know which one's your right though. My left. So it's on that side. Is that right? So if I point that way, I'm pointing at the comments. Is that right? Is that right? Fortnite or Minecraft. To be fair, I don't get the chance to play many computer games at all. To play like literally at all. The one game I have been playing recently, though, you've got to bear in mind when I say that. I do enjoy playing games and doing stuff, but as a dad, as a father, as a husband, there's a lot of other stuff to be done, and it's not just that. I'm also kind of doing Nerf. Not full-time, but part-time. I'm running a lot of Nerf wars, but I look really, really pale, by the way, like a ghost. I need to get something on those lights back there to kind of soften the light a little bit. It was actually a Foam Blast. If you haven't seen Foam Blast channel, go and check out Foam Blast channel. They pointed me in the direction of these things. These are phenomenal little lights, by the way. They're just really, really light. What was I even saying? I can't even remember what I was saying now. It means jewelry. Absolutely spot on. It means jewelry. That's right. Schmuck means jewelry. So I don't know why that's kind of an insult. You jewelry, you earring. But anyway, it's really, really interesting. And I especially notice it with Old English. But without turning this into an English lesson, if you think about the song "Deck the Halls with Boughs of Holly," well, deck. You think about the deck of a ship. Well, bedecken in German actually means to cover something. So cover the halls in holly. So that's really interesting. So anyway, that's the kind of thing I noticed. You bracelets, indeed. That's what you forgot. What did I forget? What was I even talking about before? Put a K26 in a Jolt. There will come a time, you absolute necklace. Right, anyway, I can't even remember what I was saying. So I'm just going to get on with the unboxing. Right. No, not the unboxing. I'm going to get on with the blaster abuse. So how am I going to start this off? I'm going to refer back to the Facebook poll. I think we're about ready. And you are about to see Justajolt filming live. I don't know how that traumatic that's going to be, but that's how it's going to be. Right, stop roasting, man. You guys are just like, there you go. Well, Jolt was an English teacher. Do you know what? It's absolutely true. It's absolutely true. I can quote like Shakespeare to you, Macbeth. I can quote A Christmas Carol to you. But let me tell you something. It is absolutely phenomenal to be able to use words and language to do stuff. It is incredible, but that's another story. And having said that, I'm about to scream at a dinosaur. So, you know, anyway. A couple of weeks ago, I ran a poll on Facebook where 70 out of 100 of you decided that I needed to destroy this blaster with IMRs. And believe it or not, I've already started the process. Did you take it to Grim Up Nerf with you? I did, Mr. T-Rex. I actually tried out this blaster on 2 IMRs, and here's some footage. And then we're going to edit us a bit of footage in. No, I need to talk about the unboxing first. So I'm going to record something about the unboxing, and then I'm going to edit that into the front. At Grim Up Nerf, we unboxed this blaster as a community. At Grim Up Nerf, we unboxed this blaster together. Then I'm going to edit the unboxing. And everybody gave their opinion on it. No. I'm going to save that to the end, maybe. And there is a full review from all the members of Grim Up, and there is a full review from the whole community at the end of this video. The performance with 2 IMRs, well, let's actually get the IMRs in my hand. The performance with 2 IMRs was a little bit lackluster. Even the llama was better. Llama! There we go. Do you like that? Smelly fish. Would you recommend the Helios? No, I would not. The Artemis does everything the Helios does, but better, in my opinion. Please ask Ellen Garrett to prom for Lucas O'Brien. Ellen Garrett, will you go to prom with Lucas O'Brien? You know you wanna. Yes, I like. Which IMRs do you use? I use these red E-Fest IMRs. They're really, really hard to get now, but they are phenomenal. I've also got some cool look and batteries as well. The difference between these two, these are lithium manganese chemistry, and these are lithium iron chemistry, lithium iron oxide chemistry. These are slightly more stable, but have a slightly lower nominal voltage yield. These have a slightly higher nominal voltage yield, but they're slightly more unstable. There's not really much of a difference in terms of stability. They're both better than anything with fire at the end of their name. So there you go. The Stampede may be relisted. I have a very small amount of money. This is brilliant. As long as you don't get lithium cobalt. Yeah, lithium cobalt is the really bad news stuff. That's the X-fire stuff. That's all of the fire stuff. Right, okay then. Let's do this. And 3 IMRs was a little bit better, but what am I actually going to say? Because I did actually like playing with this with 3 IMRs. It was actually a lot more fun. Playing with this with 3 IMRs was actually a lot more fun. Tactical goodness. And where from now? But now the plan is to take this blaster to its limits, as you guys voted for. I'm going to cram this blaster with IMRs until the motors start burning. I'm going to cram this blaster with IMRs to make those motors burn. Right, there we go. And so the plan now, I'm actually just going to get straight away. I'm going to take 4 IMRs, shove them in the blaster, and then fire off a few darts, but then just see if I can at least get the thermistors to kick in, which I probably will, to be fair. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get the camera now. What we got going on? Tom Arkid, if you give you a pair of Fang revamps, would you put them into anything? I don't know, Tom. Would you? To be fair, if you're looking for some decent cheap motors, I know there are lots of really, really good motors that you can buy now. But I'm a massive fan of just ripping barricade motors out of everything, and I might just do that at the end of this video if there's time. I might just rip a pair of barricade motors out of a barricade. I've got loads of them in those boxes over there. Those boxes over there. It's because I love them. Barricade motors fit work a flywheel, so I might just do that at the end of this video and have a semi, decent blaster to go with. I've also got some lower gauge wire, sorry. So anyway, let's count with Jolt, shall we? Let's count with Jolt. 1, 2. I'm getting these the right way around. 3, 4 IMRs. Let's get this back on now. Now, the reason I keep on repeating myself is because when I'm shooting videos, basically I end up with just a massive video file, and I instantly go through it when I'm ready to edit and just chop it down. And it's okay to do that, it doesn't have to be perfect first time. In fact, if you're thinking about YouTubing or doing anything, being a perfectionist isn't a great thing. You shouldn't wait until something's perfect before you carry on with it. Personally, I find that I get much more done if I just get on with it, but just keep on moving towards where I'm going. Anyway, so let's get on with this. Twisty. Now, that's the thing. I've just realized I'm bored with it. I'm going to get the drill. There we go. This will be a lot quicker, actually, than all this, because chances are I'm going to be undoing that and doing it up quite a lot. So I'm going to use the drill to do it instead. Unlimited power. Heck yeah. There we go. Lefty loosey, righty tighty. Use drill for extra spinny. Oh yeah, I want to do it the other way around, don't I? There we go. I'm just going to move everything on the table because this might just spin when I turn it on, and that might actually be quite an amusing thing to have in the video too, if this spins. Right then, let's just, so you can see this, there we go. It's drilling time. Oh, it didn't. I think I might have actually de-threaded the screw, which is kind of bad. Anyway, I hope I can get it out again. So let's see how this sounds. Jam door closed. Oh, this is sounding much more exciting now. Let's load some darts up. And we're going to load some darts up into this. Because it's a special occasion, I haven't used up these yet, so I'm going to use up some of these. There we go. Let's have special Fortnite darts, no less. Alien Menace Rebel style. Do you honestly? I thought this last time as well. Seriously, these guys. Let's get a few of them at once so you can get a clear shot of them. There we go. Doopy doopa. Seriously, these look so much like what would happen if Alien Menace darts had a baby with Rebel darts. Actually, now's a perfect time. Now is a perfect time for this. Do you guys remember this? Any of you guys who've been on my channel for a while, do you guys remember her? Do you remember her? Comment if you remember her. And him. Do you remember that? Anyone remember that? Okay, look, I'll show you what I did. I basically went like this. And then straight away, I switched to a shot of her going. You got to go and find that video. It's like on a review of the it's on a review of the Alien Menace incisor. Here's the incisor, yeah. So I'm going to do that now. Oops, I just stopped it. There we go. Let's try and get it so the glare's not on her face. There we go. Should get some good footage from that. See, this is how the videos work, guys. They're just so much fun to do. Battle Badger. Heck yes, the Battle Badger was one of my favorite blasters until the Artemis came out. The Artemis, 30 rounds. There is nothing. There's no comparison. Yep. I'm going to put the camera. Where shall I put the camera? Do you know what? I'm actually going to put the camera on my head, and I'm going to talk to the camera as I'm loading up darts. There we go. There we are. That's the way to do it. Really, really useful to have a really, really. If I said chest rig, I meant head rig. Really, really useful to have one of these, by the way. Really useful. There we go. And the tricky thing is, though, once you've got it on your head, is actually angling it so you can see, so the camera can see what you're doing, because I can tell by looking at the screen that it's on, but I can't tell where it's pointing really. So it's kind of like point, and hope. So let's load up some of these. Doopy doopy doop bar. The singing helps, guys. The singing helps. It's just what happens, guys, in the videos. You know what I'm saying? It's amazing. This is what you tuned in for, guys. To load up. This is what you tuned in for, guys. To watch Justajolt loading up Nerf darts. I've just noticed something I didn't notice before. There's actually a llama on this clip. Mag, whatever you're going to call it. Look, there it is. It's a llama. Llama! Look, have you guys seen this? Look at this detail here. Look, can you see it? Look, can you make that out? Little llama. Look, it's a llama. Llama. Isn't that fantastic? I think that's a really funky detail. Okay, I think that's us about a capacity. Right, let's load this up. And let's see how we fire. That is actually, that left an indentation in that chair over there. That is fantastic. So what I'm going to do now is I'm actually just going to fire off all these darts, and then I'm going to go right ahead and just hold this down until the motors stop because the thermistors kick in or something blows up. I am going to go behind the camera to do it, and you'll see me hitting the deploys. Or maybe I should use something else as a target. What do you guys think? Should I use something else as a target or the deploys? What should I use as a target? You decide. You decide what I should use as a target. I'm not. This isn't my decision. What should I use? Deploys. All right. Let's get this out of the way. So I'm just going to hit the deploys. We don't want to hit this. This is gorgeous. We don't want to hit that. What are we going to hit? The deploys, Mr. I'm not hitting Mr. T-Rex. The Havoc fire. The Havoc. I have respect for the Havoc fire. Look, there's my Havoc fire. You see the chain for it as well. The chain actually used to be longer, but it's not anymore. I think there's about 4 chains worth here. So no, I'm not going to shoot the Havoc fire. I like it too much. I can't shoot the Havoc fire. Here we go. Let's go back here and get some more suggestions. What do we think? Deploy that truck. Nah, I can't. You can't shoot Optimus Prime. That's against the law. There's a lot of votes for the deploys. You were testing me, okay. Shoot the llama, the alien menace box. Oh, chain, fear the Jolt Slayer. Do you know what? I'm just gonna go right ahead. I'm gonna fire some at the deploys and some at the box then. All right. Yeah, that's what we'll do. How about this? Okay, what about that as well? That there, this is a Japanese target. We'll fire some at that too. You ready? Okay, we'll see how it fires now. I've got to say, I'm absolutely loving how this sounds. It sounds much more potent than 3 IMRs. Let's go. That is absolutely phenomenal. I actually really, really enjoyed firing that. Now, I'm just kind of asking myself why the thermistors haven't kicked in yet. There are 4 IMRs in this. I'm literally just going to hold this for a few seconds and see if I can get the IMRs to kick in. Let's move this up here so you can see. I'm actually going to take the camera off for this bit and point it at myself as well. So there we go. I'm actually a little bit disappointed that the thermistors haven't kicked in yet. So let's just put it through its paces. I actually can't smell any burning either. Maybe it's just because all the action's happening inside there. I literally can't smell any burning. There is no way that those motors are 4S. You know what I think? Is it dodgy rewire time? It's dodgy rewire time. I'm going to be quite honest with you. I'm really, really disappointed not to have even smelt any ozone from those motors with 4 IMRs. How many volts is that? That's like 11.1. That's like 11.1 plus 3 times 7, guys. 11.1 plus 3 times 11.1 plus 3.7. What is that? That's going to be 14.8. 14.8. That's 14.8 volts. And it's not even affected by it. It's not even phased by it. That's incredible. Okay. All right, then. Let's drill this open again. Lefty-loosey, righty-tighty, lefty-loosey. There we go. I think there's a very good chance that I've threaded this now. There we go. I'm still in a bit of a state of disbelief that that was okay. A little bit of a state of disbelief. I wonder what motors are even in this. Okay, so now basically it gets a little bit kind of fun for you. What's going on? And I sound like an angry 16-year-old. To be fair, that's how I feel a lot of the time. Apart from the angry bit. 16-year-old, yes. Angry, no. Right then, so let's go right ahead. And work out how we're going to connect this. I've got a whole range of different, that's my flux and stuff. Flux and solder. I need a battery tray. I need some kind of a battery tray just to quickly chuck in there and wire in there. What about this one? What's that had in it? Yeah, that should do it. I mean, the wiring in here, I'm really surprised those thermistors didn't kick in. Really, really surprised. Have they just stopped putting thermistors in it? I don't know. Hasbro started a lot of other cost-cutting things. Do you know they used to print on both sides of Nerf blasters? Do you know that? What's this here? Look. Take a look at this. Both sides. And let me see. When was this made? 2003 Hasbro. Hasbro used to print on both sides of their blasters. And that's even in color, guys. That's even in color. Anyway, having said that, the Supermax 3000, that's not printed on both sides. So check this one out. This is weird. Have you guys ever seen one of these before? This is a blue Fire Strike from, I think it's 2003, is it? There it is, blue Fire Strike, genuine Nerf. I don't know if you can see there with the glare. It's a genuine Nerf blaster. I don't know if it's made by Hasbro or someone else. It is Hasbro 2003. It's interesting, isn't it? I've only ever seen one of these. If you guys have ever seen one of these, then let me know. Night Finder. I meant Night Finder when I said Fire Strike. I didn't mean that. Sorry, a bit of a nubity to say. Yeah, Night Finder. You have one OC Nerf. Do you know what? I've never seen another one of these before. Anyway, I have a yellow. I've seen a lot of yellow ones. I've seen one or two Sonic ones. I've got a Sonic one here as well, but I haven't seen very many of these, which is kind of interesting. Anyway, so yeah, well done OC Nerf for having one too. Great to have you here, OC Nerf, as well. Right then, so I think what we're going to have to do is just literally do a really, really quick and nasty, dodgy wiring job to get some more batteries in there. Because to be honest, I don't want to spend too long doing this. Ultimately, I'm just trying to break the motors or make something catch fire or smoke or something. Probably not catch fire, but get a bit warm. So we'll see. Those are from the era before N-Strike. They don't have tack rails. Oh, you know what? I actually didn't notice that. So thank you very much for that. That's me being educated right there. So we're taking these IMRs out. I'm going to move this down now so that you guys can see what I'm doing. This is actually a pretty good view. I might actually use some of this footage on the video, depending on how this turns out. If you are triggered by dodgy rewiring techniques, look away now. Okay, so what I need to do is just make sure that this side needs to attach. Just get this right. So we've got the batteries going like that. So this side needs to attach to there. Do you know what? I am simply going to have to open this up and give it a quick rewire. So a quick and nasty, quick and dirty rewire. So let's actually go and get a screw, because this drill, I don't think it's not going to fit now. It's not going to fit down there. Guys, this is what you tuned in for, isn't it? To watch Justajolt opening up a Nerf blaster, unscrewing loads of screws. Okay, let's see if this will fit down there. There we go. This is actually my wife's hammer. It's the best thing ever. There we go. Just so you can kind of, I guess, so we can still kind of chat while I'm doing this. So, Night Finder, well, Walker N-7 has a blue one. Back in the days of old, did they actually look away? Why do you have 2 deploys? Because it's terrible. I like to shoot at them. It's as simple as that. Yeah, it's as simple as that. There's no other explanation for it. I actually need another screwdriver that's even longer than this, because there's really hope I'm not going to have to leg it back to the house. There should be a screwdriver that I use for electronic stuff. There we go. Look at that. It's a nice one there. Here we go. What else we got? Northern Knights are ordering some printed t-shirts. Who wants one? Connor has a dark house. Where are you from? King of Obvious, because I'm a Northern Knight. Sorry, dog. Right across the keyboard. Oh man, like, animals are absolutely fantastic. So I got a friend who's got a cat, and like their cat is just the best thing ever. They just kind of like stand up and sort of like literally just kind of walk their way across the keyboard, like turning on sticky keys and locking things, and you know, it takes ages to work out what's going on. Oh man, this screwdriver's no good for this. Let me see if I can find one that's a little bit pointier, maybe. There we go. This one feels about right. Man, this one's in pretty tight. There we go. Let's get that there. See, this is what happens. You kind of start making the video, and then you realize something. What's going on? So what's going on is that I am now unscrewing this blaster, and there are a lot of screws in this shell, guys. I'm really sorry about that. Do you know what I could have done before this started? I could have actually unscrewed this before it even started. That would have saved us a whole bunch of time. There we go. Let's just get this done. Can you do a talk through of A Christmas Carol, please, sir? Are you serious? A talk through of A Christmas Carol? Actually, I do quite like A Christmas Carol. I do quite like A Christmas Carol. So, how does it even start? Can anyone tell me how Christmas Carol starts out of interest? Anyone remember that? You haven't read it yet? Oh man, it's well worth reading. If you haven't read it yet, watch A Muppet's Christmas Carol first. All right, Muppet Christmas Carol first, and then after that, then you need to watch. There's like a after the Muppets Christmas Carol. Then you need to watch the newest one. It's the Disney Jim Carrey one. That's a really good version too. The Christmas Carol starts. Marley was dead to begin with. Dead as a doornail. It doesn't start with dead as a doornail, but then it goes on to talk about how he was how everyone knew he was dead. Then after that, you got good old Scrooge making his way through the town, and it was all cold and nasty and stuff. No, before that, I think he goes back to his clerk's house. Not his clerk's house, back to his workplace where his clerk's working. And you get this really nice description of how his clerk is just kind of a really run-down, poor English guy, which accentuates how bad it is that Scrooge treats him the way he does. There we go. We've got some more screws out there. Eventually, Scrooge decides to go home. On the way home, he's nasty to a few more people. People avoid him. And then when he gets home, he sees Jacob Marley's face in the door, on the door knocker. And that night, he gets haunted by Jacob Marley. I'm not doing this very much justice, by the way. Charles Dickens would be absolutely shocked by how boring I'm making this sound. Just watch the Muppets Christmas Carol version. That's what you've got to do. Just watch that. Watch the Muppets Christmas Carol version. The Haunting of the Marleys. Here's a couple of questions for you. So how many ghosts are there altogether? How many ghosts altogether in A Christmas Carol? How many? There you go, most of them out. What is your favourite actor or actress? Yeah, that's right. There are 4. There are 4 Electro Halo. So I would say my favourite actor is possibly Dave Tennant. Is a lot of fun. But in addition to that, who else do I really like? Trying to think. Who's that old woman? Who's that old woman that's in Downton Abbey? The one that's always really super sarcastic. She is absolutely phenomenal. Anything that she's in is really funny. Just because she is like the archetypal, just stroppy, slightly sarcastic old English lady. She is absolutely brilliant. I love it. She is absolutely wonderful. Absolutely superb. What's her name? I can't even remember her name. Yeah, Johnny Depp's not bad either, but this old woman is absolutely brilliant. Best thing ever. There we go. We've almost got all these out. I think there's just one more to go, and I'm just kind of hoping there isn't any solvent welding here. There we go. Is it? Nah, it's not Coney Williams. It's not Coney Williams. 3 Mad Teeters. Remember you from school, Chief? Those were the days. Hey, I'm still in school, man. The school of life. The school of life. There we go. And that's the last screw. Okay, I'm just looking to make sure there aren't any others. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. It feels like there's either solvent welding or there's a screw that's not quite out. All right, let's take the mag out to begin with. Give you guys a shot of this. There we go. There's the top of it all out. And I think there's no way that that's solvent welded. I am just going to put a screwdriver in between there just to kind of help out a little bit. Just kind of lever this. What time are we on? 45 minutes. Okay. Okay, that's this side out. Feels like it's one of these here, so let's just give this another little twist here. There we go. Sometimes even when you think you've undone the screws, there's still a little bit of thread catching. There we are. And let's have a look at the internals. Get in there. This is what you tuned in to see, guys. Justajolt struggling to open a blaster. Oh, there's another one. There we go. It's this guy right here. Can you see that? There's always one that you forget. It's a lefty-loosey, righty-tighty. It's a lefty-loosey it is. Come on, come on, come on. See if that'll fit down there. No, it's not going to fit down there, is it? Man, I should have just brought my favourite screwdriver. Do you guys have a favourite screwdriver, any of you? Any of you guys have a favourite screwdriver? There we go. Do you know what? I might actually have to go inside to get my favourite screwdriver, because for some reason this guy needs a little bit more. Here we go. How's this gonna? Is that gonna work? No, that one's gonna be too small, isn't it? All right, this is incredibly unprofessional, guys, but I'm gonna run inside the house. I'm going to grab my favourite screwdriver. Be right back. There we go. Highly unprofessional to leave a live stream running. But anyway, right. There we go. Let's try this one then. I lied, actually. I've got a few favourite screwdrivers. This does not feel good. It feels like... No way, is this screw? Feels like this screw might be stripped, so I might just have to yank it out. Oh man. Yeah, I should totally have done this before the stream even started. That would have saved so much time. There we go. Okay, right, it's going now. Now we're going, now we're going. All right. Move the screwdrivers out of the way. Which is now, yep, this is coming open now. There we go. Jolt power. And we're opening it up, and there we can see what we've got. Okay, so inside this blaster, it's a pretty standard Nerf wiring here. So what do we need? What do we need now? There's our battery tray. All right, so I think this is going to be pretty simple all in all. Man, there is so much space inside this blaster right here. So what we're actually going to do is we're going to go ahead and bypass. Is it? Can you see this okay? There we Okay, where are we looking at? Right. So, and all the screws have fallen out, but that's not a problem. Right. So what we're going to do is we're actually going to take the wiring. We're gonna just get rid of this thermistor straight away, I think, or should we keep it in for fun? Yeah, let's keep it in for now. What we're going to do is we're going to strip off. We're going to strip the wiring from this battery tray. And we're gonna, yeah, we're just gonna wire it through, I think, to 2 of these guys right here. We're gonna wire it through to 2 4 battery things. Guys, this has taken a while, but this is just the way it works with making videos sometimes. Good things come to those who wait. Yeah, that's what we're gonna do. That's what we're gonna do. We are gonna bypass the battery tray altogether, and we're going to go ahead and just wire 2 of these in series. All right, simple as that. There's a lot of potential for the wires to get quite hot, but do you know what? That's part of what we're trying to do here. It's a good bit of fun. So let's start off by desoldering some of this. Plug in the soldering iron. There we go, soldering iron's plugged in. And the one thing I am going to do is, I've got my safety stand somewhere. Where's my safety stand? There it is. There we go. Let's get this in there. Is that going to support itself? Maybe not. Now the floor is fire retardant. For those who are American, I think we call it fire retardant as well in English too. There we go. There's a sponge. So I'm just going to get the sponge a little bit of water on that. There we go. And that soldering iron is already steaming up. It's already starting to heat up. I don't know whether you just heard that. There we go. There we are there. So we're starting to heat up a little bit. Gonna move this down again so that you guys can see. Yeah, okay, we're starting to warm up. To be fair, I prefer the last soldering iron I had, which was a really, really cheap Chinese one. And basically I prefer it because it had like no safety mechanism on it whatsoever. It got so hot, which just meant that I could do things super quickly. With this guy, I find it takes longer to warm up, and it's bad news. It's just yeah, it just takes a lot longer to do things. So I think we will actually talk this through on the other video as well. There we go. Let's make sure we're still recording. Got a blue light. Yep, got a blue light. Well done for you guys for putting up with this, by the way, while I'm dealing with all this boring stuff. Well done for putting up with it. Okay, so we've now opened this blaster up, and what we're going to do is we're going to wire 2 of these in series. Now, I know that there are going to be some people who are absolutely triggered by this, but all I'm trying to do is... What am I trying to do, actually? But all I'm trying to do is death by IMRs, which is what you guys voted for, so I'm going to go ahead and do it. Let's just desolder this here. I don't know if you can see this, but it's taken absolutely ages to actually do anything. It really is taking a long time. It doesn't get hot at all. So literally just touching it on, and we're going to wait until we get warm enough to start desoldering some of this. Get some movement here. Touch it a little bit further down, see if that works. Do you know what? In a couple of seconds, I'm genuinely going to lose my patience with this. And I'm just going to rip it off. Yeah, I'm not going to wait for this. I'm not going to wait for that. Let's let that warm up a little bit more. And we're just going to go ahead and rip this off like a savage. There we go. There's 2. And there's another one. I'm sorry, guys. I just wasn't about to wait for that. I decided not to wait, so I've literally just ripped these off. Let's strip the wires. Like I say, there are going to be some people who are probably seriously triggered by everything that I'm going to do here. Like literally everything that I'm going to do is worse practice, but that's not the purpose of this video. There we go. That's what we're after. Is that what we're after? Where are my wire strippers? Do you know what? In the absence of wire strippers, teeth work fine. There we go. This, by the way, is really, really bad for your teeth, so I recommend you don't do it like this. I've got a pair of scissors here too. Let's try using that. Oh, there you go. I actually should probably just buy some wire strippers. There we go. Hashtag Tang in the chat. He's back there. He's back there shaking his head in disapproval at everything I'm doing and everything I do every video. There we go. There we go. So we're just going to go ahead. First of all, we want to make sure that what I'm doing now doesn't make contact with what's already there. So to do that, we are going to use some shrink wrap. There's a little bit of shrink wrap right there. Let's put the shrink wrap over this. We're going to go ahead and twist that together, I think. Remember, the purpose of this isn't to do a good mod. The purpose of this is literally just to burn out the motors. So there we go. Right, a bit of shrink wrap on there. Let's get a bit of shrink wrap on this side as well. Have to cut this down to make it long enough. There we go. You guys ready for this? Bit of cutting action there. Twist that together. Get that over. Right, perfect. Then we're going to feed this through from this side. Got to make sure we join up the right side to the right wire. So where was that going? That was going to the single one right there. Let's just confirm on the other side which side. Coming up to about an hour now, guys. That's Far Cry. I'm really sorry, guys. Quite hard to concentrate like on that and this at the same time. So right, let's give that a bit of a twist together. Okay. Do you know what? I might just try shrink wrapping this and seeing how we go. That bit of a shrink wrap there. So I've got a feeling that that should be able to just kind of hold itself just under the twist I've given it. Remember, this is not going to be a proper rewire. This is just literally me messing around with the blaster so that I can throw a bunch of IMRs into it. Now there should be another. Where's it going? Let's see if I can find another one of those flat ones. I can't find another flat one. That'll do it. It's nice. This is actually already pre-tinned, which is going to be helpful. Yeah, that's already pre-tinned, so I should be able to just a heat shrink there. There we go. Like I say, in a later video, we're actually going to go ahead and give this a proper rewire. This is literally just for the fun of this video. There we go. The singing helps, guys. The singing helps. And I think this is going to be the longest part of this video. From here on in, it should literally just be a case of using these motors till they die. We just put the heat shrink on it to keep my dodgy connections separate from the bits that I've just kind of pulled off. There we go. That should go back in there nicely. Okay. Camera still running. Camera still good. And I've just undertaken the most beautiful wiring job you have ever seen in the long history. What should I say? And I've just undertaken the best rewiring job you've ever seen in the long history of Nerf rewiring jobs. Modding perfection. Perfect. There we go. And now we're going to go ahead and get this back in and pull this wiring through. Oh no, something's come apart. What's come apart? There we go. It's just here. Don't make me redo this. All right, let's have a look and see what I can do. So I'm going to put this back through here. I really don't want to bother doing any kind of long soldering jobs on this because I literally want to just get on with it. Come on, come on. Nice bit of twist, that's all we need. Nice bit of twist. There we go. Oh, this is so dodgy. Right, stick that on a night. It hasn't shrunk yet. Let's get that to shrink. There we go. And that should just about do it now. Okay, let's pull that through. First of all, make sure that all the springs are doing what they're meant to be doing. We've got our mag release right there. Before you put a blaster back together, guys, you've always got to do this. Before you've always got to do this. Make sure that everything's still where it's meant to be, that it all compresses. There we go, and back together. Okay. Oh wow! I've just noticed this. So what we've got is this is weird on the stock. So this looks like which bit's got to go in first. What do we got here then? Right, now if you guys have sat through the whole of that, you guys are absolutely phenomenal. That is easily going to be the most boring part of this stream, because the rest of it, assuming that all of this works, the rest of this is literally just going to be burning Nerf blasters. So before we put all the screws back in, we are just going to go right ahead and check a few things. We're going to go ahead and throw some IMRs back into here. Going to go ahead and throw 4 in. Oh, no, that's right, not into there. We're going to throw them into those battery trays because these ones are now disconnected. There we go. Just one final check to make sure that we're all doing what we're meant to be doing. Yeah, that's just fine. It's always worth making a final check if you're not sure that all connections are going where you want them to go. Because otherwise you could end up with some really unhealthy explosions going on. Well, probably not explosions, probably just things warming up and getting a bit hot. Which they still could do, to be fair, so let's just wait and see. And we're going to stick in 4... There we go, 4 dummy batteries. Now this is the scary bit. You ready for this? It's when you put a mag back in and then try and rev it. So, moment of truth. We've now got all of our batteries in and the best rewiring ever. Let's see if it revs. Oh no, and we're not revving. Why are we not revving? Why are we not revving here? The batteries aren't getting warm. Why are we not revving? Facepalm. Okay, if anyone's seen anything that I'm doing wrong here, all right, top tier modding from Jolt, you know it's the case. You know it's the case. Let's crack you open right here. Yeah, eventually foam blast. This is going to be a nice rewire with barricade motors, but until then, what I'm looking to do is literally just hatch it together so I can burn the current motors out. I can't see a reason, and it is going to be something to do with my dodgy wiring, so I guess what we'll do is we'll take them all out again and have a look. I've got going on in the comments. I haven't blocked you, pulled. Is this Addy or Michel from Foam Blast? It'll probably be Addy. Is that Addy or Michel? Who is it? Both here. Hiya! There should literally just be a quick twist together wire job, which is the whole plan, because like I say, I don't want to spend a bunch of time on this, but it could be turning out to be a bit of a false economy. Anyone who says you shouldn't be using your teeth for that, don't pretend like you haven't done it. Now, no way. Those two are not connected. Anything is going to get hot. It's going to be a nice big thick bundle like that, so that's going to be fun. I'm literally just going to slide this over now, just to stop it from shorting on anything else that's under there. Not taking any chances with this one. What I'll do is, because this is getting kind of long, I think I might actually do another stream or another video where we actually take this and rewire it properly. So I was seriously hoping that this was just going to be a very, very quick. Like I say, you did have a trigger warning at the beginning. Right, we're just going to go ahead and test this once more. What we got going in the comments? We got going on Edmondson. You know Harry Parker. I've got a clue who Harry Parker is, but it didn't trip. It didn't trip on 4 IMRs. Do you know what? I actually held it down for about 20 seconds as well, and I was expecting the thermistors to kick in, but they didn't. Ah, there we go. All right. There we go. That's what we're after. So the reason it wasn't revving before is because I was just being a bit of an idiot and I forgot to press down the jam door switch. We're not going to go ahead and put the stock back on there. We're going to leave that off because I can't be bothered with it. We're going to throw a couple of screws back in here because remember, the whole purpose of this is just to break things. If I'm going to be breaking things, it's got to be it's all got to be quickly accessible so that I can kind of break it and then move on to taking the thermistors out and breaking it again. There we go. Let's leave it at that. And just screw in there as well to give enough pressure on that jam door spring. We'll also throw another screw back down in here as well for the mag well. There we go, and that should pretty much do it. Okay, are we recording now? So why are we not recording? Have we run out of battery or has it just stopped? Let's have a look. If it's run out of battery, that's fine because I think it might have run out of battery. If it's run out of battery, I've got another one. Yeah, it's run out of battery. So we can change the battery in this quickly and then we're going to be good to go. Right, let's catch up with this. Far Cry live gameplay by Tang. It's alive for now. It won't last for very long. Like I say, it's the whole idea of this. It's just going to be a very, very quick kind of acceleration through the voltages. We've already established that it's actually comfortable on 4 IMRs worth of juice. What else we got? You remember James Walsh and that knock-a-door run? Who's James Walsh? Who's James Walsh? That's very that's very happy. That's very gay. I wouldn't brag about that. Do you know what? There's nothing wrong with being happy. Mine eats humans. I'm from BD8 G-Town, Girlington. Okay. All right then. So, how are we going to carry this on? So, we've now successfully got this rewired up in a top tier, 100% professional way. Revs and everything. And I think we're about in a position to now test how it works on 5 IMRs. Now, that sounds a bit boring. Let's step it up to 5 IMRs. So, at this point, have I got some duct tape somewhere? We're going to get some duct tape. There we go. We're going to go ahead. Actually, we need to do this on camera. So you're getting the makings of a Justajolt video here, remember? The makings of a Justajolt video. 37 people here in this stream have tuned in to watch Justajolt do something stupid with a Nerf blaster. George Fletcher, you're still a teacher? Of sorts. I tutor computer science at the moment. I tutor computer science, but it's basically to one person. It's basically to one person, and between that and running Nerf events and running Nerf wars at private events, that makes enough income for my family. We've got our mortgage paid off, and so yeah, we're in a good place. And I get so much time with my family now. Do you know what? I love teaching. It was absolutely phenomenal. It was a really, really great thing to do. The problem is that in order to do it well, I had to spend so much time that I basically lost contact with my family a little bit. Do you know what I mean? I didn't have a good relationship with my family. And so since stopping teaching, I've had so much time to be a good husband, to be a good father, and that's phenomenal. And I need to do that, at least for a few years. I may well go back to teaching at some point, but at least for a few years, at least while my kids are young, I need to be there for them and develop a good relationship with them. So many of my colleagues said that they felt really, really, really sad that they never got to know their kids while they were at home because they spent so much time teaching. And I didn't want that for my kids. And so when my kids are at school themselves, Jolt number 1 is 5, Jolt number 2 is actually coming up to his 2nd birthday, then I might well go back to it at some point. Hashtag Tang, mortgage, I know, right? So the whole mortgage thing is pretty cool. It's cool to have that paid off. It means that we've got a lot more flexibility and a lot more freedom. So anyway, there's a little bit of an insight into Jolt's life. So we're going to go ahead and turn this camera on. And now we need a way to safely... I'll just move this down here so you guys can see it. And now we need a way to safely secure all of this wonderful rewiring and modding. Phone's going off. Now we need a way to safely secure all of this rewiring. What are we going to call it? And now we need a way to secure this absolute genius rewiring job onto our blaster. Perfect. There we go. And what's wrong? Oh no. There we go. Absolutely phenomenal. And we are revving up again. And funnily enough, with the stock off, this actually looks kind of AK-47-ish now, does it not? Look at that. Is it off balance? Yes, it's off balance now with the stock off, so it won't stand up anymore. Right. I think we're ready for a 5th IMR. What do you think, Tang? Ban! So let's go ahead and take this out. All right. Now that we're moving on to 5 IMRs, we have some special darts to load up in this blaster. Just make sure the camera's still running. Yep, the camera's still running. It's always worth making sure. Always worth checking. We've got some special edition Foam Fest darts. There you go. Put this back up here now again so I can chat to you. Foam Fest goodness. Look at these lovely AccuFakes. They're purple. And they've got Foam Fest on them. How cool is that? 1 hour, 25 minutes into this stream. Guys, well done for hanging around for this long. Seriously. Watching the insanity unfold. It's wonderful. Ah, James Walsh. Do you know what? It's just twigged what you were talking about earlier. I remember that. That was absolute genius. That was absolute genius. Yeah, James Walsh. Do you know what? Teaching is so much stinking fun. And I've got to say, if any of you guys are thinking about going into teaching, then you need to do it because it's way worthwhile. But like I say, you need to balance it up sometimes with the other demands and stuff in life. With the other demands, because it's like, you know, it's difficult. It's tough. It's tough. Working with the students isn't tough. That's one of my favorite bits. It's brilliant. But just like I say, the sheer amount of time you've got to put into it to get it right. If you're a good teacher, chances are it's taking up a lot of your life because you've just got to put a lot of time in to do everything that's required of you. Anyway, so we are now on 5 IMRs and we're going to fire at the targets again. I am so excited about this. I can't wait to see what happens. What if this explodes in my hands? Listen to it. How haven't those thermistors kicked in yet? Watch those darts fly out. I simply cannot believe that these thermistors haven't kicked in yet. Like, I remember doing this to strifes when I was fairly new in nerfing. Well, not this in particular, but I remember loading up 4 IMRs into a strife and it just stopped after like about 5 seconds. This is just carrying on though. I'm literally going to hold this down for like, I don't know. I'm literally going to hold this down for another 20 seconds and see if anything kicks in. You ready for this? You ready for this? This is Sparta! I heard a change in pitch. The motors are struggling. So I think we ought to move up to 6 IMRs now. I am seriously impressed by this. I cannot believe I cannot believe that no thermistors have kicked in yet. I don't know, because I know that Hasbro have been kind of, I guess, looking for ways to save money, as everyone is. But how on earth have the thermistors not kicked in to save the motors yet? How? How has that not happened? How? How? Lemma! And we've got to have Tang going like this as well, so I'm just going to go and get that. I genuinely don't understand how there are no safety mechanisms in this to stop this from happening. I don't get it. I just don't get it at all. Anyway, let's get this on camera. Number 6. State of disbelief. State of disbelief. I can't even smell any ozone. This is ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. Right. I have now got no idea where all of those Foam Fest darts have gone. There's one. I think there are probably some over there, but luckily I have another pack. Actually, do you know what? We're going to save these and use those in case we get up to like 7 or 8. So we'll use these if we get up to 7 or 8. Let's put some more Fortnite darts in. This is absolutely crazy, guys. Like, I genuinely remember a time when even 3 IMRs, because most of these motors are all just 2S. The barricade motors are 3S. Most of the other motors in Nerf blasters nowadays are just 2S, apart from the rival blasters, and they're not actually up to that much. They're genuinely not up to that much. We did hear a change in tone for these motors, which indicates there is something that's kind of starting to kick off, but I genuinely thought I was going to have to take the thermistors out of this to make it do anything. Absolutely nuts. The Joltlets are actually getting better now, by the way. They're not too bad. They're getting better. They are, and so Joltlet number 1 was well enough to go over to her grandma's house today, and we all went over there together and had a nice kind of Easter meal together and chilled out. Maybe they switched to carbon brushes on the motors. That would make them more resilient. That is entirely possible. They could have done. Has anyone done any research on that? I was literally just expecting it to be the same old stuff as before. Like I say, barricade motors I love, and I happily run those on 3 IMRs with a rewire and a decent set of flywheels. But if these are carbon motors, I don't know, it could be brushless as well. Who knows what Nerf are doing? Who knows? Who knows? Okay, let's. This is now 6 IMRs, and listen to it rev. Oh my goodness, it's painful to listen to. I don't know if you can listen to this. How is something not exploding in there? Oh my heck. And we're going to go ahead and fire these again. I can't believe that we're on 6 IMRs and no thermistors have kicked in yet. Oh my goodness. Oh. Woo! That is nuts. We are now on 6 IMRs. We've just fired out a whole mag's worth right there, and nothing has tripped. Nothing has tripped in this blaster. No thermistors, no nothing. Oh my goodness. Oh, wow. Nancy, the thermistors may never kick in. And I've only got 8 of these. I've only got 8. Only 8. Oh man. I haven't got any conceivable way. I haven't got any way to. There is no way that I can put more than 8 of these in, because I haven't got more than 8. I haven't got more than 8. I really hope this is going to die this stream. This video, because this is a video. You can go and check out the stream that I made of this. What was I even going to say? Because this is a video. You can go and check out the stream I made of this another time if you didn't see it already. Thanks so much, guys, for being awake for this. What are we talking about? It's in America, you guys. What time is it in America? What time is it in America? I'm going to go ahead and rev this. So 6 IMRs, and we're going to rev this for, I don't know how long. I'm going to rev it for 10 seconds and see what happens. This is nuts. $3 p.m. on the East Coast. My ears, I know, right? I cannot believe that these motors are handling this. I just don't know what to say. I don't know what to say. What kind of motors are these? If any of you guys are watching and you know what motors they put inside this, then for heaven's sake, tell me, because these just, I mean, you can burn out Strife motors on 4 IMRs. On 14.8 volts, you'll burn out Strife nominal. You'll burn out Strife motors. All right, that's nuts. I think it's time for 7. This is insane. There's my other IMR. I literally can't believe this. I literally can't believe this. I mean, the wiring must be getting warm when I'm doing that, especially those bundles. I'm surprised that something hasn't started smoking or burnt into flames. Barrett, this is insane. I've got 6 IMRs in this blaster right here. 6 IMRs in the Nerf Fortnite IRL, and I've rewired this super carefully, as you can tell. Underneath this, there's the other 4. I absolutely 100% cannot believe that this is doing this. George Fisher. So how are you managing money wise after quitting teaching? So I'm going to be honest with you. I'm not earning as much money as I was before. Definitely not, because teaching's really, really seriously well paid. However, we were earning way more than we needed as a family when I was teaching. Now, between the computer science tutoring job that I do, running Nerf Wars, and whatever else I do, we're actually getting by really, really comfortably. We've got more than enough than we need, and we're able to save a bit every month as well, which is important. And even though we're not as well off as when I was a teacher, we're getting by really, really well. And in fact, the sheer thing that I'm able to spend more time with my family is absolutely wonderful. It's really, really good. My wife's really, really happy with the situation. My kids, do you know what? I can walk my kids to school sometimes, and I actually get to eat meals with them, which is fantastic. You know, as a teacher, you kind of leave. I don't know. You leave the house at 6:30 or 7. And you get back home. Heck, I used to stay at school sometimes till 5:30, 6. Get back when the kids are ready to get to bed. And you never got to see them, and I guess that's why my colleague said what they said about never getting to know their kids. And so yeah, I'm really, really grateful for the situation I'm in. I'm grateful for the time that I spent in teaching, and like I say, I reckon I'm going to go back to it when when my own kids are back at school. I think I'll probably go back to it. And there's a good chance, who knows, but yeah, for now it's definitely the right thing to be doing, to be paying attention to what my family need, spending time with them. And I would say to all you guys, I know that some of the people listening aren't going to have left home yet. They're going to be, they're not going to need to have jobs yet, but the most important thing that you can do in life is spend time with the people you love. And so yeah, George, you're spot on. If you need, I would say put whatever you need to put in place, and put things in place in life so that you can prioritize what matters most. And so even with Nerf, I've even with Nerf, if sometimes you need to skip a Nerf event to spend some more time, with your wife or with your family, whatever, you make sure you do that. Make sure you do that. It's really, really important. It's really important to do that. And yeah, I've got no regrets over the time I spent teaching, and no regrets over the decision to step away from that for a few years, just to get to know my family again, because it's absolutely phenomenal. And ultimately, that's what matters most in life to me. And so I'm going to read a few more of these, and then I'm going to go ahead and put this 7th IMR in the video, and then we're going to see if we can't burn out these blasters. Hey Jolt, what's your real name? Do you know what? I have so many names. You're awesome. Say hi to John. Hi John. These nuts. Jolt, do you remember me and Rehan in your English class and used to shout us? Did I used to shout at you guys? I never used to shout. I don't think I ever shouted unless I was playing Scrooge. If I was reading Scrooge, I used to shout sometimes. Hi, Jolt. Say hi to Jolt on screen. I'm tearing up at the moment. No joke. Respect that, sir. David Parker. Brilliant. Family time for Easter. Yeah, absolutely. And used to give James Parker a lot of D credits. Oh, man. I've got to say, and the school I worked at and was actually a really, really super good school. And the reason that it was so good was because it had a really, really good pastoral system. It had a really good and really fair pastoral system. I've worked in a bunch of schools around England, around the UK, and I worked in a school in London. I worked in schools in Bristol. I worked in schools in Slough. And I worked in schools, like I say, around the country. And the school that I worked at was absolutely phenomenal. It was actually a really, really good school in terms of how fair it was to students, and in terms of and that was actually one of the things that made me want to work there. To be honest, it was one of the best schools that I saw, and it had a really, really good ethos as far as that went. So yeah, it's really, really good. Let's have a look. Where can I chat with you on how to run an event? I'm actually starting up a website. It's not finished yet, but I'll let you go and have a look at it. It's www.mynerfwar.com. And that eventually is going to be like a whole simple guide on how to start a website. It's not meant to be a competitor to things like Britnerf and other community sites. What it's intended to be is a place where everything's kind of just there and really accessible and easy. And I feel like I'm in a good position to do that because I run Grown Up Nerf. And in addition to that, I run probably about another, I don't know, somewhere between 8 and 12 private Nerf wars a month as well. So I kind of know what I'm doing by now a little bit. And so, yeah, I want to share that. I would encourage you to also join forums as well and to ask questions there. But yeah, this is going to be just an easy step-by-step thing. Possibly not so much for community members, but maybe more for people who are just kind of who are new to nerfing altogether. Because I feel like that's kind of my role. I feel like my role as a YouTuber and within the community is kind of introducing people to the community. I personally have met people who have found Grown Up Nerf and even come to Foam Fest because they've seen my videos. And I feel like I'm in a really, really good position to introduce people to the community. And that's one way I think I can do it. Whilst we're talking about websites as well, I'll just plug this too. www.justajolt.com is a website that I literally just finished a few days ago. If you want to go and take a look at that, it's just literally a repository for a lot of stuff I've done. I'm planning on updating it at least on a kind of bi-weekly basis with a couple of blog posts. Yeah, just go and have a look at it. It'll help out with my SEO if you go on it and click around a little bit and before you come off it. So enjoy that. Anyway, I think that we are all pretty much ready to move on to 7 IMRs. What do you think? We ready for 7 IMRs? Let's do 7! Lena! This is so going to be a character. This is so going to be a character in my show. It's going to be brilliant. Right, 7th IMR going in. I can't believe we're on 7 and nothing's tripped out. Oh my goodness. Let's load this up. Oh, wow. You know what's really, really sad? We're having great fun with this, but when it comes down to it, this segment of the video is going to last minutes. It's going to last minutes. We've spent like an hour and 40 minutes doing this. And that's kind of the reality, to be honest, of YouTube videos. They actually take a really, really long time to make. And so if you see someone uploading, I don't know, 5 minutes, 4 minutes of content, I would say they've probably spent, in terms of videoing, editing, they've probably spent, I don't know, somewhere around, I don't know, half an hour, a minute. I don't know. If any of you guys upload, how long do you think they spent on it? How long? I know that someone like Drac probably spends time. He probably spends time planning, and then he shoots in one shot. And then there are some edits there. So maybe by the time you get to kind of Drax kind of level 9,000 and you've recorded so many videos and all that, you know, you can definitely do it faster. And I've got faster with it as well. But do you know what? It takes a really, really long time. So if you know someone who does, any kind of content creation. They spend a long time on it, a really long time on it. To be fair, I've got a bit of an advantage from my background. I'm used to planning stuff as a teacher. I'm seriously well organized. I'm super well organized and good at doing things, much more organized than I appear on my videos, which I guess is all part of the magic. But yeah, it takes a super long time. So just make sure you give a lot of appreciation to anyone you know who tries to do this, because it takes a long time. Even if you go on their channel and it looks like a load of rubbish, think about how long it took to make. And also think about my videos. My videos aren't great. All right. And at the start, they weren't great either. You got to start somewhere. Right then. We've loaded up again. And off we go. I can't believe we're on 7 IMRs. And I also can't believe that so many of you guys are hanging out here as well. It's absolutely phenomenal. Absolutely phenomenal. Listen to that. That's brilliant. That's absolutely fantastic. Right. I feel like we need to start shooting something special now. So what shall I put up there to fire at? I've got an old can of A&W root beer here, actually. I'm going to fire at this old can of A&W root beer, and I'm going to put it on top of another can of A&W. I'm sorry. I'm going to fire at this can of A&W root beer, and I'm going to put it on top of this Carter's can of root beer. Root beerception. I'm going to rev this up to full speed. Oh my goodness. Could you hear the noise that was making? Are there any dents in that? No dents on the tin, but that was absolutely incredible. Okay. Make sure we're still recording. We're going to go ahead and rev this for another 10 seconds to see if we can't burn it out. Oh man. All right. I'm going to ask you guys to do this maths for me, because, I'm actually a qualified physics teacher, so I should be able to do this. So 7, just do it on Google for me. 7 times 3.7 nominal voltage. 7 times 3.7. What is it? 7 times 3.7 is... Come on, guys, I'm waiting. 7 times 3.7. I can hear you all typing into Google. 7 times... I don't know. What? You're kidding me. That's never... 26 volts? 25.9. It's 25.9. I knew that off the top of my head. So we've got 25.9 volts now running through these motors. Are they brushless? Are they, what's going on with these motors? This is incredible. 10 seconds. Let's go. Okay, I can smell the ozone now. I didn't think we were going to get this far. I thought that we were going to get to like 5 IMRs and these motors were just going to pop, but they haven't. They haven't popped. I'm going to have some dramatic music in the background here. This is nuts. This is crazy. I can actually smell ozone now, though, which is unreal. I've been doing this for a live stream. Not for a live stream. I've been doing a live stream whilst doing this. That's right. I've been doing a live stream whilst doing this, and the screen is full of the number 8. Okay, so what I'm planning on doing with the headcam footage, what I'm doing now is I am making a live stream. I'm doing a live stream of how I make a video, if that makes sense. I did it the last time. The last live stream I did was that as well, and I actually quite like doing it because it's nice to have some interaction while I'm making the videos. And so this footage is eventually going to be the video that I promised to make on that Facebook post. It's going to be that video. And so, yeah, that's what I'm going to do with it. This is absolutely incredible. I'm in a state of disbelief here. I just can't believe it. I just can't believe that we've got 7 in there and that these motors haven't died yet. I think it's time for 8. Okay, so it was 25.9, which means it's now going to be what? 29.6, is that right? 29.6. We're going up to 29.6 volts. This is surreal. This is absolutely surreal. Right, I'm going to put the head cam on. I'm popping out the last dummy battery. Popping out the last dummy battery. 8 IMRs. 8. When I did that poll on Facebook and I promised to do this, I genuinely thought it was going to be 4 IMRs, then we take the thermistors out, and then 6 IMRs and the motors go. I thought that was as far as this was going to go. It's going much further. You guys ready? What should we use as a target this time? I'm genuinely open to any suggestions now. Broke Nerfing, what shall I use as a target for this? I'm open to any suggestions myself. I am not getting in the way of this. I am not getting in the way of this. I wonder if there is a way to use myself, actually. I could try and shoot myself with it, couldn't I? Maybe. A Raven. No, not a Raven or Tang. Optimus. The camera. Okay. The camera. I like the camera. Optimus, Tang, smoking on the lemon. A Straven. Do I have a Straven? Don't have a Straven. Camera. Subscribe to Foam Blast. Absolutely subscribe to Foam Blast. A picture of Benedict Cumberbatch. Yeah, do you know what? I'm going to do the... I'm going to do the camera. I might regret this. I might destroy the camera. Do you realize this? I'm going to get my other camera and do that. Where's this? Okay. And we're even going to use our, and we're now going to use our pack of special, what is this? And we're now going to use our special pack of Foam Fest Nerf darts. AccuFate goodness. Okay, let's load these up. These are Foam Fest Nerf darts left over from Foam Fest. Thanks so much to Big Al and Scooter Girl for putting that on, by the way. Thanks so much to Big Al and Thanks very much to Big Al and Scooter Girl for putting Foam Fest on, and Foam Duck Thunder. Everyone else who was involved, it was worth it for this. It was worth it anyway. That sounds terrible, doesn't it? It was worth it for something as nasty as doing this. Broke Nerfing, we are going to do another live stream. One issue I have at the moment is long-term planning. All right, but we are going to plan a time in. I love doing live streams with you next year. Gonna plan that in for next year. Hopefully before then. Hopefully before then, Addy and Michelle. Okay. All right. These are in here now. I'm gonna get my other camera. Okay, there's my second camera. I bought 2 of these because I really like them, and then I can use them for kind of multi-shot stuff. I haven't used it that much for multi-shot stuff, but nevertheless, it's good to have 2 of them. And we got a memory card as well, little memory card. Oh, and this can be our deploy cam. This is going to be our deploy cam. What I'm going to do, let's have a Fortnite blaster maybe on this can. Is that even going to stay? Let's have these targets as well, actually. Let's have some target cups up there. We all have shooting cups in there. We all have shooting cups. There we go. There's some cups. Where's my can gone? Let's have that can again. Oh, my goodness. I've just noticed this can took a dent. Look at this. That can's dented. It wasn't dented before. I'm going to undent it and see if we can make another dent in it. Wow, okay. Why don't we have... do you know what? Normally I put all kinds of special effects on firing and shooting things, but I don't need to this time. Let's have some avocados just cause. And let's switch our camera on. Oh my goodness, this is nuts. What if I break the camera? You going to start recording for me? Oh, low battery. I just put a new battery in. That's nuts. There we go. Let's try another battery. That's why I've got several batteries. Is then if it just so happens that there we go. If it just so happens that one of the batteries gone, it's going to be all right. You all right, battery? You okay? I hope you're all right. There we go. All right then. Let's put that up there. Yeah, let's just do this. So we've got some more special targets. We've got a can of A&W root beer that had the dent in it just now. I've taken the dent out. The battery in this camera has gone off as well. And now I can't. There we go. Sorry guys, I'm really sorry. Right, this is what it's like. This is what it's like. Anyone who makes YouTube videos can appreciate this. And this battery looks like it's low too. Man, I thought I had some of these charged. Okay, let's. Do you know what? I might just reshoot this afterwards. If all of these batteries are in fact too low, right? This has got some juice in it, so I'm just going to go for it super quick. Oh, low battery, it's switching off. You might not be able to use the camera, or I might have to go back, record the footage when, you know. Yeah, I know, everything all the time, and memory cards filling up, and it's absolutely unreal. It's absolutely unreal. Absolutely unreal. Right, so I'm not going to be able to use this now. I'm going to set this on charge, and I'm going to get this footage after the. I'm going to have to go back and get some footage after I've actually finished this. I'm not going to make you guys wait for that because, you know, it's not fair. You've been with me a long time already. Who's ready for 8 IMRs? Okay. I can actually feel something starting to shake around in there. This is absolutely incredible. Guys, 8 IMRs. Here we go. I can feel this vibrating when I do that. That's nuts. I'm in a state of disbelief that it did that. We are now going to go ahead. First of all, we're going to have a look at that can. Where is it? Here's the can, and sure enough, it's dented again. The can is dented again. I'm gutted that I currently don't have a working chronograph because this is absolutely insane. This is absolutely incredible. I've just fired a whole mag's worth of darts out of this on 8 IMRs, and it's fine. I'm a little bit tempted to load up a drum now and go for it again. Drum mag. Drum mag. Yeah, nice can, Jolt. Did you remember this? What do you guys think? Drum mag time? We're going to load up a drum mag and go for this. This is nuts. You're absolutely right. Who said that? You're absolutely right, Electro Halo 8. It's drum mag time. All right, I'm putting this back on. I'm going to get the footage of me loading this up. Oh, yeah, do you know what? You're welcome. Just, yeah, change the battery, charge the battery. Just always, always, always. That's why I've got 4. And even then, 3 of them are out. And just by the way, some of those darts have bounced so far back that I had to go over there to get them. It's... what's going on here is just incredible. So I would suggest that this video is now the basis for more research that needs to be done within the community. What kind of motors have we got going on here? I don't know if anyone's identified what motors these are yet, but there is something going on in this blaster that is very, very different to what's been going on in Nerf blasters since the year dot. To my knowledge, the right the way up to modulus blasters, Nerf has been using fairly basic 2S motors. I don't know what's going on here. Use brushless motors seriously. I don't know what kind of motors these are, but these motors are something a little bit special. I don't know if it's just in the ARL. I don't know if they've invested a bit more in their motors. I don't know if they've simply stopped putting thermistors and stuff into their blasters. But whatever the reason, these motors seem to be much more resilient than what we're used to seeing in our blasters. I don't know what they're like in terms of torque and general quality and stuff. I haven't tried to put any flywheels on them, so I don't know anything about them really. Right, is that Broke Nerfing to SA? Is that a type of motor I'm not familiar with? I'm just trying to find more darts now. I'm going to go on a little dart hunt and try and find some. Oh, there you go. There's something here as well. I'm just going to go ahead and load this up. I was not expecting this at all. 2 hours, guys. If you've been with me you guys have been with me for all this time, and I really appreciate that. No lie, you guys are crazy. You guys are crazy for staying up to watch me make this video. I know that there's a bit of mutual insanity here on both sides for me for doing it, but you guys are nuts for staying up and watching me doing this, and I really appreciate it. Really appreciate it a lot. Okay, so we've got our drum mag. I didn't think it would get this far, so I think the drum mag's a bit special. I just hope it's not going to do the normal drum mag thing and start jamming all over the place. There's another Foam Fest one. There's another couple of darts here. The waffle just for good measure. And I think that we're about there. I don't know if it's exactly 35, but this is nuts. Okay. You guys ready for this? 35 darts this is going to be. 35 darts. I'm gutted that I haven't got a working chrono here. Genuinely gutted. Genuinely gutted. Okay, what are we going to shoot? What are we going to shoot? We've got Nerf Fortnite boxes. There we go. Let's get these up here. Put that up there, maybe. Got another couple of cups, possibly. There we go. Let's put some cups up because we love shooting cups. Epic cup shooting. You won't believe what happened next. Oh man, this is absolutely crazy. All right, you guys ready for this? Oh, okay, it's fine. It is working. Oh, there we go. There we go. Did you hear that? Did you hear that? And the motors have broken. Look at that. We did it. Wow. And just as I finished the drum, I believe the drum's all finished, the motors have stopped. Now, I'm not sure if that's because the motor... Oh, no, it didn't quite finish. Okay, there are still 2 darts left, I believe, in this drum. 3 darts left in this drum. I don't know if it was the motors. I don't know if it was the thermistors. It took a lot of effort, but it worked. It took a lot of effort, but the motors have finally given up. It sounded like the thermistor. Do you know what? I'm going to be quite honest. Addy or Michelle, whoever it is that's saying things there, I would like to think that we were getting close to burning the motors out, but these are amazing motors. Twist the thermistor to short it and see if it revs. I'm actually gonna, let me just put a mag back in, because when the thermistor cools down, I think you're right. I think you're right. So a couple of seconds later, and we're back in the game. So this blaster is crazy. It was suggested by Phone Blast during this live stream that it was the thermistor that kicked in and that the motors are still fine. And actually, this blaster, I was going to say this blaster still revs, but I guess it's probably still a little bit warm in there. Whew. I guess the next step's going to be taking the thermistor out and carrying on. Right. I'm going to be completely honest with you guys. It's been 2 hours. Would you like me to take the thermistor out and carry on? What do you think? Your dad eats LED lights. That's brilliant. We're getting some feedback here to do it. Right. I'm going to be honest with you. That thermistor needs to come out. All right. Let's open this up. Let's open this up. I can't believe this. This is crazy. This is crazy. Alrighty then. We didn't put too many screws back in, so it should be quite quick to unscrew everything again. Right, we put this one in. Where's my crosshead screwdriver? Come on, crosshead screwdriver. Where you gone? Where you gone? That's not a crosshead. That is a crosshead, but it's too thick. Let's try that one. It's not my favorite one, but right, that one's out. We need to take that one out as well. Absolutely unreal. So what's everyone's plans for Easter then? What's everyone doing over Easter? Science is best science. Hey, as a qualified physics teacher, I've got to agree with that. But I'm going to be quite frank. In terms of teaching, I loved English a lot. It's a phenomenal thing to teach. You know what? If you can communicate, then you can pretty much, just the amount of influence you can have is crazy if you know how to communicate. And so, and that's why I absolutely loved teaching English. I really enjoy science, and computer science is phenomenal too. I love Python. I love teaching people Python. I love it's a useful skill that you can instantly go out and earn money from, even if you haven't got any qualifications. If you can code, then I know there's a joke, learn to code and stuff, but seriously, if you can code, then you're pretty much there. You're pretty much there in terms of being able to earn a buck. Right, what screws are still in here? Do you guys want to be able to see me unscrewing this, or are you just taking my word for it that I'm doing it? there must still be one or two screws in here. All right, take the mag out first. I'm gonna open this. Come on, why are you not opening for me? Why are you not opening for me? There's still a screw in here. Oh, it's because there's duct tape still on the side of it. There we go. There we go. We're opening up now. Get rid of that duct tape too. Should be able to feel which screws are giving us issues now. Which screw is it? Which screw is it? Oh, it's one of these. Okay, there we go. Jolt use flex tape. There you go. That's the screw that was holding it all in. Okay. Alrighty then. And let's just so you can see what I'm doing now. There we go. Look at that. What a beautiful wiring job. Okay. That's no good to you, is it? Let's turn it over. It's okay. We can pick up the screws again later. So for anybody who is interested, this little didgeridoo here is the thing that we are going to remove. So that's what we're going to go ahead and get rid of. Target sighted. All right, we are in fact going to unscrew this and just rip it off. That's the quickest way to get to where we want to go. There we go. And I'm going to take scissors. This is only really kind of small gauge wire, so it's not very thick. And off comes our resist, and off comes our thermistor. Get rid of that. Quick twist job. There we go. There's one. And to be fair, wouldn't that just be a horrible job? Can you imagine that? We've already got a piece of twisted wire and we just go and kind of twist another piece of wire at the end of it. No, we're not going to do that. We're going to go and untwist this. Come on, come on, come on. Oh man, this is going to be such a bundle. There we go. And we're going to just go ahead and twist this. Twisty, twisty, twisty. Twisty. What film was that? That was that wrestling film, wasn't it? Do you remember that? Oh no, it wasn't wrestling. It was that guy who did the oh, what's it called? The MMA. Jack Black it was with. I can't remember the name of the film though. Anyone seen that film? Twisty with Jack Black. Somewhere foam data is smashing things because of the lack of solder in this build. Seriously, man, this is going to seriously trigger some people. But yeah, I am gonna go and do this properly with my barricade motors. Heck, I say barricade motors. To be fair, if these motors turn out to be any good, I might just go right ahead and rewire it with some thicker gauge wire. Maybe do a bit of drilling if I can fit. Let me just got some worker flywheels somewhere. Let's have a little look. Are these going to fit on? Do you know what? These are going to fit. I think these flywheels are going to fit without too much removal of plastic and shell from the cage. So like I say, if these motors turn out to be worthwhile, then I might just do that, rewire and whack some worker flywheels on. Put those back in there. There we go. That's right. As if by magic, it's gone. Oh, if only it was that simple. All right. So back together we go. I'm a little bit tempted to go and get rid of some of these switches while I'm here. No, I don't want to waste. Yeah, let's just get on with it. Let's just get on with it. Like I say, I was expecting this to be over kind of way sooner than it's ended up being over, and I want to sort of respect you guys' time, because it's nuts. I think it's crazy that there are people in the world who are that interested in watching Justajolt destroy a blaster. Do you think Brian Goldner's watching this? Brian Goldner? No, I probably got better things to do. If any of you guys don't know who Brian Goldner is, Brian Goldner is he's the guy we have to thank for making Nerf blasters look the way they do. I know that we're all we like to be quite critical of Hasbro within the community, but the fact of the matter is that I guess Hasbro is the reason that we have what we have, and so that is the platform that we do. I've actually lost a piece of this. I've lost a piece of this blaster now. I can't find the bit that goes here. Oh, that's all right. We have duct tape. I've just realized I've lost a piece of the blaster that goes here, which holds it all together, but that's okay because we have moustache duct tape. There we go. Problem solved. And before we screw it all in. Oh yes, come on. Let's press this. What's wrong? Why are we not doing things? Why are we not doing things? Blaster, come on. Talk to me. Talk to me. Well, unless there's another switch somewhere, maybe at the top of the mag. Okay, all right. I was just being an idiot. There we go. What a jolt. What a jolt. All right. So how was this? This was like that. I think we need to record this bit, to be fair. There we go. Let's put this back together. A thing of beauty is a joy forever. Foam Data Services, if you're watching this mod's for you. Oh, I'm sorry, Foam Data Services. I'm sorry. I won't do it again this week. I've literally got no idea where that bit's gone. There we go. Now then, where's perfect. Oh my goodness, this is brilliant. All right, so the thermistor is now out. I'm going to go ahead and load up again our 35 round drum. We're going to fire through our 35 darts and see if we can't get some smoke or something from these motors. If that doesn't work, then I'm literally just going to hold down the trigger until something does something interesting. So I'm behind the camera here. I'm picking up Nerf darts, which have kind of flung themselves all the way back here. I didn't think I was going to need this many Nerf darts. There we go. What time are we on? What time are we on? Oh, we're getting on to half 11. There we go. We can move this back up to here. Oh, this is absolutely phenomenal. So what do you think's going to happen? What do you think's going to happen now? What's going to go on? Anything could happen at this point, guys. Absolutely anything. Anything. All right. What are we on? We need more Nerf darts. This is stupid, but all my Nerf darts are inside. Let's collect up some of these. Come on, there we go. There we go. Let's have some of these. At least the camera should have a little bit of charge in it by now. The other camera battery should be usable. I can't really afford to be throwing away Nerf darts, but it's a reflex. When you feel one that's kind of not quite the right consistency, you just got to chuck it. I don't want that in my mag. 1, 2, and we look like we're about full. So we're going to go ahead. We're going to fire all of these. Remember, this no longer has a thermistor in it. And then when all these are fired, we're going to come back here and we're going to rev this thing until something interesting happens. Hasbro, help us. Oh, let's do this thing. Oh, wait, what are we going to fire at? What are we going to fire at? Do you know what? We've got deploys. We've got deploys. That's enough. The deploys are enough. You ready for this? Oh, do you know what? Just as I started revving this up, it stopped. Just as I started revving up. Oh, that's interesting. So it seems we've got a bit of an anticlimax going on. Just as I revved this blaster up, the motor's revved down. We're going to do this again. Okay, right. Something isn't working now. Oh, I know why. It's because I haven't got all the screws in, and so it wasn't pressing the battery tray switch. That's why it wasn't working. Let's go and do this. Hold it like this. Got a jam. Let's open that up. Clear the jam. Jam cleared. Another jam. This is just because I'm using a 35 drum. And again, that's a 35 round drum. The smell of ozone is much, much stronger now. And so this is it. We're just going to rev this now until it dies. This has got to be this blaster's final stand, this blaster's last stand. We're simply now going to rev it until something really, really interesting happens. Okay. That's what we were waiting for. I cannot believe what I'm hearing. Is it likely that there are more thermistors in the motor array? Okay. Okay. Second thermistor. Sometimes they put them on the circuit board on the motors. That's what I thought. we're going to have to go in there and get those out too. Are you guys cool with that? Are you guys cool to hang around while I do that? Yeah? All right. So we're going to go in again, and we are going to get the thermistors off of these motors because, yeah. Now listen, I've been going for 2 hours, 22 minutes now. I do want to get to bed and get some sleep because I am driving tomorrow. Let me have a think. I am going to open this up again. I'm going to take a look, and if I think I can do this quickly, all right, I'm going to do it. So I've just noticed something. Wow, I've just noticed how warm this feels. Look at that. That's incredible. It's not quite fry and egg temperature, but it's getting there. These batteries are being seriously abused. Oops. Do you know what? Right, there we go. Okay. I'm just going to bring this back down here. This is nuts. This is absolutely nuts. Okay. I don't think I actually put any screws back in last time. Oh, I've got to unduct tape that as well. Come on, come on. Let's see if I can keep that and reuse that again in a second. Waste not, want not. That's what I say. All right. Pretty sure I didn't put any screws back in here. There are no screws back in. So why are we not opening? Why are we not opening? There we go. Why they're not open? All right, let's unduct tape this as well. Here we go. And there we go. Oopsie daisy, we lost. Where did that come from? Where did you come from, little wiry do? Where have you come from? Oopsie daisy. Oh, is it you? Do you go together? Yeah, they go together. What is this? Okay. I've never seen a conduit like this before. This is interesting. This little kind of metal conduit thing here. It looks like, yeah, it just kind of slides like that. All right. Let's see what we got. Right, it's important that I don't lose these ones. Okay, let's actually stop this camera for now. There we go. This is such an adventure, guys. There we go. Doopy doopy doopa, the singing helps, guys. So going for 2.5 hours almost now, guys. You are phenomenal for staying up and watching this. All right. Do we have solvent welding? No, don't be solvent welded. Don't be solvent welded. Don't be solvent. Yes. Welded. Okay. Now then. Okie dokie then. So this should just be a quick, yeah. This should actually be quite a quick job. Should be quite a quick job. So let's get this going on. Okay, we're coming up to Coming up to 10:02. All right, I'm going to be honest with you guys. If I were to do this right now, this would kind of take me past 12 o'clock, and I don't want Jolt hearing armpits, and I don't want to go past 12 o'clock midnight. I want to be in bed in time to get a good night's sleep, and also because tomorrow is Easter, I'm going to be getting up and going to church and that, and so I don't really want to go past 12 o'clock. And I think that this is probably a job which would take me past then. For that reason, I am going to end the live stream now, all right, in the next couple of minutes, all right? But I really, really, really appreciate your support for the last couple of hours. I am absolutely astounded that this blaster has stood up to what we've been given it. I'm looking at the motors right now, and I don't know, I don't know, I was expecting to see any blackening, but I can't see any. I can't see any major kind of blackening on it. What I think I'll do is possibly next week I'll either do another live stream of continuing this, or I'll just do it off camera and finish it off for the main video and kill it on the main video. All right, I'm not sure what I'm going to do yet. Thanks very much for all of your support. You are all absolutely phenomenal for watching. Really, really, really appreciate it. I am excited for a good amount of Nerf 37. Happy Easter to everyone. Lemon915, shout out for you. Right, my next video, I might release a video early next week, but it's not going to be this one because this one's going to take me a little bit of time to put together. I might release one of me making pegboard early next week, and so be aware of that. Go and have a little look at my website and kind of help my SEO out for that. Yep, and I just want to say again, thanks very much for all your support. You're phenomenal. I'll let you know via Facebook when this video is going to be finished. You guys are absolutely phenomenal. Have a fantastic Easter, and for all you guys. And like I say, thanks loads for the support. And so I'm just going to go have a quick rundown, everyone. To the Max Electro Halo, 8 Lemon 915, George Fisher, Mantis X Craze, Connor McCree, Alistair McEwen, Foam Blast, love you too, you're phenomenal, big fan. Clan Davis geeking out, Clan Davis, to the Max, Lord Angelus. You guys have a fantastic Easter. Spend some time with your family, spend some time with the people who matter most to you, because that's what I'm going to be doing tomorrow. Real pleasure doing this, and I'm looking forward to doing another one at some point. You guys are phenomenal. Take it easy.